let's have a minute. My name's Lindsay and I'm down here in my polytunnel, knocking my hat off in South Yorkshire. Oh, it's one of them weird mornings. I've tried to start my video 3 times and I'm tongue-tied, I'm all out of shop, I don't know what it is. I've set off out this morning from my house. I only live a short walk away. I've got a load of clippings. I've got an air bothering me. I've got a load of clippings to go down in my dead edge. I don't know if you've seen that video. It'll be, we'll pop a prompt to it here. I can't remember what episode it is. I can't remember what episode I'm on today. I've got a bit of brain fog going off. But yeah, I were gonna do that and sort this dead edge out again. Let's have a wander down. Let's go right down here. It's a bit crazy down here. Let me rhubarb, that's all but done with. Oh, I didn't show you this, did I? I was telling you about it last time and I told you that's where I was going to put all my plants. And I've just gone mad and planted them all in. I got sick of seeing them in tray. So I got all them in. My poppies are done now. But yeah, let's have a look at this. This is that dead edge. Wildlife edge. I've got a bit of tidying up to do around it. But I can just keep topping it up with, let me turn around and get some light. I can just keep topping it up with clippings and, you know, and it sort of, it rots down slowly, like a usable compost heap. So yeah, I've got that there. Now, one of my jobs today, see this bucket down here? This is nettle compost tea. For feeding tomatoes, and I've still got a load to go in, so jumping on it like I always do. My plans for today: get them tomatoes and that aubergine planted and that cucumber melon that's in polytunnel. I'm pointing, look, up there, and then I've got Son's white lady runner bean to plant out. But I'm going to open this up in a bit because apparently it honks. It's got a really pungent smell to it, so you can be there with me when I open that up. But I'm just looking around. I need to weed everything, pull all that bindweed up. Do you have problems with bindweed on your plot? We do, it's all over. Right. And then I've got these beds to weed onto this one, which had all onions in. I've left them leeks at back because they don't seem to have been touched. And looking at life cycle of these flies, if I'm right, they should have been dying off in May. I might be wrong. I'll have a look into that again. But they don't seem to have touched leeks at the minute. They all seem to be pretty healthy. Let's go up here. Look at these broad beans. Oh look! Oh, I don't know if you can see. Baby broad beans! I've been looking for weeks and there's been no, and now there is. But yeah, let me stand back here and show you. These 4 beds, that's radishes all but done with, apart from what mice are munching. So I've got these 4 beds here, and then I've got that bed down there. Sorry, I keep looking for light because I've got my hat on and it keeps putting me in shade, doesn't it? But yeah, I've got loads to do as per usual. Let's have a look at these escalonias. Look, and bees absolutely adore it. Look, you see, you busy little thing. Oh, they're great. And red hot poker's come up. I've got a little video actually that I meant to put up, and St John's wort, and this. I looked it up and it says it's a Parisian cornflower. Nah, I'll take that if that's what it is. But yeah, weeding, bindweed. Weeding and sorting as per usual. So right, let's get back in here. Oh look, this is my garlic. I'm gonna, I've left it in here last night because that were dry. I'm gonna knock all that muck off and I'm gonna attempt one of them garlic plats and hang it up. Now I know because they've had this allium leaf miner that I'll have to use them quicker you know, then I will gonna. But that's alright. That's alright, I don't mind that. And look, nasturtiums, and that's kale. So that's what I'm thinking about. Whoop. I'm going to bop your table. That's what I'm thinking for them little beds, because they're only small. I can just bob a couple of kale in them, and then net them, because I know pigeons go absolutely mad for kale. I used to grow it at my old house, and to be honest, at end of it, there were that much kale I couldn't keep up with eating it. And towards the end of the season, it kept going till November, and summer it went right through until next year, and just kept going. It's like never ending. So I let pigeons have it, but I'm not letting them have this. I might let them have one down at bottommost. But anyway, guys, I've rattled on enough for me introduction, haven't I? So I'll crack on, and I'll come back to you when I'm opening that, and we can face it together, face that. At least it's not smell-o-vision, but we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it together. Catch you in a bit. Danny made me this a couple of weeks back to scare pigeons, and you know, we haven't been in that brassica net since, so maybe it's working. Hello. Right, come on, let's go down. Try not to get nettles. Oh, this nettle's trying to jump in. Let's have a stir. Oh yeah. To be honest, it's not as bad as I thought it were going to be. It's a bit stinky, but it doesn't look. Let's get you. It doesn't look as potent as I thought it would. Here, have a look. And I think what you do is you just scrape all this back. Oh, it hunks. That must mean it's worth. It's probably about a month old now, a little bit longer than that. But yeah, if I ever get them tomatoes planted in polytunnel, because everything just takes longer than, I've said this before, everything takes longer than you think it's going to. I've weeded them 4 beds. I've not been jumping on here and rattling too much. I've done a bit of filming, you'll see that. But I've got this one to clear now. And then I've just got normal weeding to do. Normal weeding. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's like pots. You wash them and then they turn up again, it's weeds. You pick them, then they turn up again. Now, I know that you can really pack stuff in, and I'll come away from wind chimer. You can really pack stuff in and do like a little food forest, you know, even if you're doing it on a smaller version. Be it sunshine. Get me in there. I do want to educate myself in more natural practices, and you know, ways that I want to go, because I don't want to be pulling weeds forever. And I know Charles Dowdy, and everybody knows Charles. Hey up Charles, if you're watching my channel. He don't really have a problem with weeds anymore, but he does no dig method, and that's where I want to get to, and I will eventually. I will eventually get there, but for now I'll look into what we can do to drown weeds out, and I think they will do, won't they? You know, as things get bigger, and I think picking them while they're just seedlings still, because I know that digging a dandelion root or even a burdock dock, you know, they don't want to come out. They don't. But I've got piles of weeds everywhere now. Look. And I've just done around here, you can see my shadow. I've just done around here, but I like to leave some little wild bits, but I'm thinking about sticking a nasturtium at that side and then up here somewhere. Look at it all. It's a work in progress, isn't it? You can get overwhelmed with the amount of stuff to do, but pick a job and stick to that. I've got, look, this is Sun's White Lady Runner Bean. I'm just sitting it outside for today. I don't know really if you have to harden them off. I don't know. I'll stick it in probably tomorrow, because like I said, oh look, I like to rescue bees. Do you want to see me rescue a bee? Let's have a look. See if you can see me. Come on, friend. Right, there's another one down here, and then there's something wicked looking over there. I don't know what that is. If I cleared stuff off my pathway, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? Come on. Quick, quick. Oh, it's angry. Let's let you go. Let's stuff out there. What's this thing? Let's see if I can catch it. Oh, can you see that? Let me get you to the camera. What's that? I don't know what that is. Let's go and let it. Tell you what, guys, I come in here the other day and I thought, oh no, there's a little dead bee on marigolds. There's a bee on marigolds now, that's what reminded me. Look, and I thought, oh, it's dead, and anyway, it was just sleeping, and I woke it up and I felt ever so bad, but it's good to welcome them in because they do all your pollinating for you. But my worry is that they won't go out and then they die, and that's sad, isn't it? But I haven't found a dead one in here yet, touch wood, because we've got to look after us pollinators. They're out there working every day, probably harder than we are. I know they're working harder than I am. Cool little things. Look at all these tomatoes. Right. I'm going to go and run around and jumping on lettuces that aren't planted in yet. A garlic's escaped. It's chaos as normal, isn't it? I think that's our normality, my normality anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go and run that around. It's a weeding day. It is. I hope to get a little bit more done, but looking at it all, I think if that's all I get done before I go away, and a bit of potting up, because I do feel ever so bad about, you know, things bursting out the containers. Right, stop rattling, Lindsay. Wen tells me this every single day. Chat to my mum every day, don't I, mum? And she says, go on now, stop bloody talking. You guys have got to put up with it now. Well, you ain't got to put up with it, but you know, I hope you stick around, because you know this is what it's all about, isn't it? Just sharing's caring, you know. Right, anyway, I think I'll end it here. Knowing me, you know, I'll jump back on a bit. This is 11 minutes long. What am I doing? See you later, guys. See you later. Have a good week. I'll catch you. I might catch you next week. I'll try and get a little video up for you, but I'm away. but I'll be back on Friday. It's only a short one. I'll be back on Friday, so I might bob on Friday and see, we'll come down together and see what's gone off while I've been away. Anyway, enjoy yourselves and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra guys, bye.